Well, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Charlotte Bergman with Political Talk with Charlotte. Thank you for joining me. I always look forward to joining you guys, and I forgot to put the link out on the Facebook page. So let me go ahead and get that done right now so that anyone who wishes to join me can join me. All right, let me see if I can get the correct link. Bear with me for a second. I kind of got behind today. It is not working as I want. So let's keep going. I've got some people. Whoa, look at here. Thank you for joining me today, Cindy. Thank you so much. You're one of my favorites, along with Nani and Karen and everybody that's out there. And as soon as I can find the link, I will certainly let you guys in. I'm trying the link because I want you guys to have an opportunity, if you wish, to join me. It says I can invite guests, but I think it's the wrong link. Okay, I won't do that. Look at you guys. Well, congratulations, Mrs. Cynthia Jackson. I don't know your last name, but I am so happy. And I am Elf61 is on Twitch. That's great. Thank you. I'll get this link prepared and try to get it out to you guys, so you can join me in the studio. And this is something I'm trying. This is something I'm not sure it's going to work, but nothing beats a failure but a try. Isn't that correct? Okay, let's see. Invite guests. Okay, I've got the link. I'm going to put it out there in just a second. But I just want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being faithful friends and listeners. This has been an exciting week. Actually, this has been a very interesting new year. But we got this. With all of us, we got this. How many of you are going to the inauguration? If so, please add a comment and let me know if you're going to the inauguration. I have a number of friends who are going to the inauguration, and they are looking forward to it. And I just want you guys to join me and pray for them as they go, because we've got people who do not want President Trump to take doesn't want him to be sworn in. But we've got news for them, don't we? He's going to be sworn in, whether you like it or not. Okay, let me go to the other account. Yes, I want to leave this. You go to the other account and place the link in there, and then we can get the show started. And actually, let's get the show started right now. Here we go. Well, my music, something must be going on with my music. I can't explain, but that's okay. We're getting started today. It is not snowing outside. The streets are clear. And if you're joining me today, that meant you dodged a number of drivers that probably didn't know what they were doing on the road. But you guys, I just love you to death. And I thank you for joining me on the various social media platforms that we're on. Alrighty now. I think we're ready. I've placed the links out there. And what those links are, well, they will allow you, if you have a comment, I'm trying this. I don't know if it's going to work. If you have a comment and you want to come on the show to share it, that link will help you to be able to do that. Appreciate you guys joining me. This is a new day. This is a new year, and I'm really excited about this new year. I'm excited, excited, and excited. I'm excited about you guys joining me. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to explain to you how you can join me. And I have a special request, if you don't mind. I have two sites that would allow me to grow exponentially. We've got about 5,000 people who can access our site on Facebook. And that's good. That's a good thing. Some people just view the video, and some people just, make comments, and that's good. But we got Twitch. Well, actually three. We have Twitch, we have Facebook, and we have Rumble. And I need to build those channels up because we want to make sure this channel is built up enough that a number of people will appreciate it and listen to what we have to say. So if you have a comment or anything that you want me to see personally, just send it to Charlotte at charlottebergman.com. If you want to join me on my fan page on Facebook, do it at Elect Bergman. And my profile page or my personal page, get to me at charlotte.bergman.9. Many of you are already there. On Bitchute, our channel is at Political Talk with Charlotte, and there are spaces between those words. Twitter, at Elect Bergman. YouTube, at Bergman for Congress. Twitch, at Charlotte Bergman, one word. If you're new to the channel, leave a comment and or subscribe, especially to YouTube and to Rumble. Yeah, we're back on Rumble, guys. The company that I'm with, the software that I'm using, they finally got their act together and added Rumble as one of the choices. Help us grow so that we can get the word out to so many people. I appreciate each of you, and I love you so much. And I appreciate all that you have been doing, your faithfulness, your support, your encouragement. I'm going to ask you to keep commenting and share my videos, and let me know if you're going to the inauguration. And if you're not going, oh, okay, Noni. I am FG1. Okay. So if you're not going to the inauguration, maybe you know somebody who is going. We want to pray for them because there are some people out there who do not want President Trump to be sworn in because he knows that there are going to be changes in this country after he's sworn in. And many of you, especially my very highly intelligent listeners and viewers, know what I'm talking about. Now, I want to talk about, first of all, my book. It's still being sold. I thought after all of this time, it would not be on Amazon, but it is still on Amazon, and it's gone back to its original price, around $16. I'm concerned about the inauguration because we've been totally infiltrated, and something tells me that China is going to be behind trying to take over our country. So we have got to be alert. And all they need is to cause a disruption. They want us to focus on California, and California is going to take care of itself. President Trump is not going to leave California in the lurch. But I'll tell you what, many of those fires were set intentionally. In California, they're spending big, they're losing businesses. Who is to say that they're not, maybe didn't start the fires, but certainly didn't do what was necessary in order to stop the fires in their track? And so we all know how horrible things are in California, but we've got to keep our heads on a swivel. And we've got to be careful at the inauguration, around in your neighborhood, anywhere you are, because we've got people that are just not happy about President Trump being sworn in. That's y'all's fault. Wow. Wow. We've got a special guest, Benzawi Prepping Podcast. Lance, that's pretty interesting. Like to find out a little bit more about that. So anyway, you guys have the link out there if you want to join me in the studio. And this is a test. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we can attempt it. I had a friend to attempt it last week and things didn't work out so well. And part of that is because of the extra security on her browser. So what that means is if you're on Google, you could possibly get in. But if you're on Safari, if you're on any of those secure sites, if you're on any of those secure browsers, you just might have a problem getting in. So let's go ahead and get this show started about the topics that I have identified for you guys. And I've had a great time doing some research. And I want you guys to know I have a friend by the name of Lori, and I was not planning to do a show today. I wasn't, because I'm on I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be in solitude this month. But Lori contacted me last night and I said, I'm going to do a show and I hope this show ends up being a good show. So let's get started. I want to start out with some of the highlights from this week. Oh, you son, there is a link. There is a link, Lori, on the Facebook page. Click on that link, studio.restream.io/EDT -MRMG-WRM. Click on the link on the Facebook page. You should find it there. So anyway, this week has been totally amusing for me. Pete Hegseth, I'll tell you what, that guy, he and President Trump is teaching our Republican Party how to fight. This is what we have not done very much of, guys. We have not fought back. We have always been we're the party of appeasement. Well, we won't do it to them because they may do it again to us next time. Look, put your dukes up. Protect yourself, because in protecting yourself, you're protecting us, the people, the citizens who actually voted for President Trump, and don't let President Trump down. So anyway, the hearing this week, and I know you guys have seen these videos over and over again, but I just could not resist. I could not resist, guys. I want to play this video for you because it, to me, is so amusing. This is Mr. Reed, and he is the minority leader or co-chair doing this confirmation hearing. Let's hear what he has to say. First, he starts out being insulting.
Mr. Hegseth, I do not believe that you are qualified to meet the overwhelming demands of this job.
Department of Defense under Donald Trump will achieve peace through strength.
Yes, you hear that? Pete didn't come out apologizing. Pete came out and laid it on the line. This is what's going to happen. President Trump ain't playing.
And pursuing these America First national security goals will remain patriotically apolitical and stridently constitutional.
You said in your statement, you don't want politics in the DOD. Everything you've said in these public statements is politics. I don't want women. I don't want moms. What's wrong with a mom, by the way? Once you have babies, you therefore are no longer able to be lethal.
I've never disparaged women serving in the military. I respect every single female service member that has put on the uniform, past and present.
Guys, These Democrats, I don't understand their mindset. But all Pete has been saying is this. If the woman wants to join the military, be ready to meet the standards. We're not going to lower the standards. You weigh 100 pounds. We know you can't lift 700 pounds or 500 pounds. You can't do that. You're out of here.
My critiques, Senator, recently and in the past, and from personal experience, have been instances where I've seen standards lowered.
Would you use our military to take over Greenland or an ally of Denmark?
Senator, one of the things that President Trump is so good at is never strategically tipping his hand. And so I would never in this public forum give one way or another direct what orders the president would give me in any context.
That sounds to me that you would contemplate carrying out such an order to basically invade Greenland.
Many of your work colleagues have said that you show up for work under the influence of alcohol or drunk. I know you've denied that, but you would agree with me, right, that if that was the case, that would be disqualifying for somebody to be Secretary of Defense.
Senator.
Guys, don't try to pluck out the beam in somebody's eye when you have a log in yours, Tim Kaine.
Those are all anonymous false claims, and the totality.
They're not anonymous.
The letters on the record here.
They're not anonymous.
On the record, people
we've seen records with names
Vets
attached
for Freedom.
to them. Senator Kaine, or I guess I better use the senator from Virginia, starts bringing up the fact that what if you showed up drunk to your job? How many senators have showed up drunk to vote at night? Have any of you guys asked them to step down and resign from their job? And don't tell me you haven't seen it, because I know you have.
I want a long answer, yes or no. Have you led an audit of any organization of which you were in charge?
Senator, in both of the organizations I ran, we were always completely fiscally responsible.
Yes or
with the
no,
money
did
that
you
we
lead
had.
an audit?
And the way
yes
my
or
leadership
no,
has
did you
been
lead an audit?
stated
Yes or
has
no?
been completely
What are you afraid of? You
mischaracterized.
can't answer this question. Yes or no, did you lead an audit? Do you not know this answer?
Senator, every
Yes or
part
no?
of my leadership
Yes
of these
or no?
organizations,
Yes or-
I'm not a perfect person, but redemption is real. And God forged me in ways that I know I'm prepared for. And I'm honored by the people standing and sitting behind me. And
Hey, guys. Well, this is not supposed to be playing. Okay, I got that result. We're not going to listen to this. Okay, let me get back to. Oh my gosh, Lance, thank you so much for ordering my book on Amazon. I appreciate that, and I certainly hope you will enjoy it and leave a comment also. Thank you. All right, let's watch the next video, because this one is one of my favorites. Well, this is one of my favorites. Yes, this is one of my favorites. Yes, it is. It is Senator Elizabeth Warren. She is such a brilliant senator. How does she get reelected all the time? Let's see if we got this position well so you can see it. Okay, no, you can't. Full screen. Okay, let's get this one started.
In combat. Now, Mr. Hagstaff, you have written that after they retire, generals should be banned from working for the defense industry for 10 years. You and I agree on the corrosive effects of the revolving door between the Pentagon and defense contractors. It's something I would have liked to talk to you about if you'd come and been willing to visit with me. But the question I have for you.
I'm going to stop right there, guys. And I'm sorry to be interrupting these questions, but I'll tell you what, this is great, because the Republicans, and you did it on November the 5th, you did it. You sent enough Republican senators and Republican House members to Congress such that the Democrats can rant and rave all they want, but they don't have enough votes to change the outcome. This is what is exciting to me.
On this is, will you put your money where your mouth is and agree that when you leave this job, you will not work for the defense industry for 10 years?
Senator, it's not even a question I've thought about because
You can
it's
think
not
about it
one
right
that,
now.
It's not one, my motivation for this job
I understand
has never
that. I
been
just
about
need
what
a
could
yes or no
conceivably
here.
come next.
Time is short. I just need a yes or no.
I would consult with the president about what the policy should be
In
at the Defense
other
Department.
words, you're quite sure that every general who serves should not go directly into the defense industry for 10 years, but you're not willing to make that same pledge?
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. That's how you fight those Democrats. That's how you fight them. And like I said, they can rant and rave all they want. They're just not going to be able to stop the agenda. We're going to roll all over them and we're going to save our country. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard of Scott Jennings. This guy he goes into the lion den almost every night, and he is there with Democrats, and he's another one that knows how to fight. Let's hear what Scott has to say, because Scott just keeps them on their toes. And I could just do a whole show with what Scott has to say. Okay. Let's get this set up and let's go.
Earlier today, despite that, CNN has learned that President-elect Donald Trump's team is in good spirits. They see the warm reception that he received from Republican senators as a very good sign. I want to discuss this with CNN senior political commentator Scott Jennings and CNN political commentator Karen Finney. Hello to both of you. Scott, what's your takeaway?
Well, in short, I think Pete Hegseth kicked their asses today. I mean, it wasn't even close. They didn't lay a glove on Hegseth. No mistakes, calm, cool, collected. I mean, before the thing even started, you had this like Code Pink, protester freak show trying to disrupt the hearing. That's the Democratic base, by the way, which probably explains why the Democrats on the committee acted in such a bizarre and unprofessional way. I was appalled at some of the way these senators handled themselves and some of the lines of questioning. I mean, Tim Kaine sounded like a sex pervert in his questioning of Pete Hegseth. Blumenthal, who lied about his service in Vietnam, questioning Hegseth's qualifications. You had Gillibrand, you had Warren, you had Hirono going on unhinged rants about things. Angus King obviously doesn't understand what it's like to fight terrorism. On and on and on. Hegseth was cool in the face of this unhinged questioning. They made him look good today. It would be difficult for a Republican to vote against Hegseth after the Democrats' unseemly mudslinging today.
Karen?
Well, look, it was as performative as these hearings ever get. I mean, Republicans do it to Democrats, Democrats do it to Republicans. I mean, so that happens on all sides. Look, overall, though, clearly Hegseth was well prepared. And it was clear Democrats recognized that, given that there was some clearly concern that he wouldn't be able to handle more than one round of questioning, they were clearly trying to get certain things on the record. Personally, the comms person in me would have framed it differently. I would have talked about a number of these issues, both based on his writings, which at one point they were trying to do that. That was part of the strategy, but really in the context of the modern military, because the reality is, as military leaders will tell you, climate change is a national security concern. It's real.
No.
It is a threat to our forces. It is a threat to our bases. It is a threat to our readiness. So I would have framed some of these questions more in the context of the current challenges the modern military faces. It is a diverse force, which is part of why diversity matters. I thought they also could have done more to, again, use some of the concerns about the way Trump has spoken. I thought Slotkin was very effective with this in terms of the use of force on American soil and the Geneva Conventions. I think those questions got a little muddled, and I think those topics actually are very relevant and did not get quite the airing I wish they would have.
That's interesting. It doesn't sound like you're all that thrilled with the way that your party's senators sort of performed as a whole, despite.
They don't have anything else, so they have to get up there and expose themselves and make themselves look stupid. Absolutely. But guys, I'm looking forward to what do we have? 4 more days? 4 more days? And then this would be the end of an ERROR era. And I hope Democrats are looking, I'm talking about voting Democrats, will look at the type of people that they send to Washington, D.C. to represent them. I was reading something last night, and you know what? This congressman in Memphis is trying to get Jack Smith's record posted. This would be a prosecutor, and it would be only a one-sided issue that he wants exposed to the American people. And Steve Cohen is signing to make sure that it is being displayed. It is being shown to the American people. What's the point? But tell you what, on November the 5th, the people said, we don't care about all of that lawfare that is unlawful. And they made their choices at that time. So they can expose that report all they want from Jack Smith. It's not going to make a difference. Now, my next topic that I want to talk about, Democrats are totally out of touch with the majority of the people in this country. And that was the reason the people voted as they did on November the 5th. Democrats are still wanting to push this transgender lifestyle upon people. They still want to mutilate our children. They still want to expose them to sexual activities. They still want to encourage more pedophiles. And it's got to stop, guys. In order to take our country back, it's got to stop. I want to show you this video as AOC takes the microphone. Yeah, guys, I'm going to show you AOC. She's going to take the microphone, and don't be surprised by what she has to say, because, guys, it's all of them.
To the gentlewoman from New York, Representative Ocasio-Cortez.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, Madam Ranking Member. Here we are today, Republicans who have voted consistently against the Violence Against Women Act, who have taken away the right of all women to choose and have control over their own body, who, as women are bleeding out in parking lots across the country, standing there, allowing us to die, now want to pretend today that they care about women. And why? To open up gender and, yes, genital examinations into little girls in this country in the so-called name of attacking trans girls. And to that, today, what we have to say are 2 words: not today. The majority right now says there's no place in this bill that says it opens up for genital examinations. Well, here's the thing. There's no enforcement mechanism in this bill. And when there is no enforcement mechanism, you open the door to every enforcement mechanism. Trans girls
are boys. There are only 2 genders, boy and girl, no matter how you feel about yourself. Here's the very interesting thing. And the reason I'm so proud of you guys and your vote on November the 5th is because they can defend the transgender issue all they want, but seems like Mike Johnson is doing a pretty good job of corralling his people. They did vote on this issue, passing the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act of 2025. They did vote on this issue. And you know what? You had 216 Republicans voting for it. You had only 2 Democrats voting for it, and 206 voted against it. Is this, can you relate to that type of thinking? They want to further destroy our country. But right now, it's like the supermajority. I've heard of the supermajority, and although we don't have a supermajority in the House, and we do need more House members, because sometimes we can have Republicans who go astray and make the vote vulnerable, and Democrats have the last say. Democrats in 2025 and 2026 can go to work every single day, fuss, complain about any bill that has been brought up. If Republicans stick together and the bill is good, doesn't matter what the Democrats complain about, their vote is not going to count. That's what I'm excited about, guys. I'm excited about that. I am so excited about that. You did it, guys. You did it, and I'm proud of every single one of you. You did it. You did it. And AOC and the rest of them, they can go and stick it where they want, because the American people have spoken, and the American people are saying, we want to get back to this great country. Common sense is back. Common sense is back in America. House Republicans stood up with signs and passed the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act to keep biological men out of women's sport. And as I said earlier, all but 2 Democrats voted against it. That's sickening. And right now, it's headed to the Senate. And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but considering we have a Republican-controlled Senate, 53-47, if we've got some truly common sense Republicans there, it's going to pass. It's going to pass. So I'm excited. I'm comfortable. I wake up every morning happy about my country. And I'm looking forward to January the 20th. January the 20th, when the end of this ERROR era mistake that the American people made by voting in, or by selecting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I'm glad that that's about to end. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'm so thankful to be able to join you all today. Noni, thank you for reminding me that I should do my job. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh no! Noni is still at it. We need a mass exorcism in the chambers along with a prayer. These people are sick. I agree with you. They are sick. Demonic. And I say, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And we need to keep praying for them, that demonic veil over their mind and heart would be removed. And please pray with me again for safety for our people who are going to Washington, D.C. for the inauguration, because this is going down in the history books, guys. I love you all. I thank you all. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being with me today. And you guys, stay out of trouble. Be good. And if you joined me, you survived the ice and snow of 2025. And one of the things I want to say about that snow, it was beautiful. It didn't freeze up on the streets, and people were able to drive, hopefully without a lot of accidents. You guys, thank you for your support, and God bless America. God bless each of you and your family. And I'm looking forward to a great next 2 years. of leadership, of strong leadership coming out of Washington, D.C. Noni said it was very beautiful from her window. It was, it really was. So anyway, take care, and I love you all, and